I first got introduced to El Rey del Mundo, the cigar, from a brand they have called, or a cigar they have called The Appointment. And you and I have smoked that. I think we did it on the show. Right now it's eluding me. I'm like, this cigar works. I think we definitely did do it on the show. We did it last year, and it was actually one of the cigars I was considering for my top 3. The Appointment is a really good smoke. And the more I've smoked that cigar, I'm like, this cigar needs to get back on my list somewhere. So when I came across the King of the World VSOP, I was like, yes, please. And I'm not going to, foreshadow, but you're going to say it as well. Try it.
Yes, please.
There it is. It's just that it didn't even hold up a cue card.
I did it like a big boy.
It's eat, drink, smoke. That was creepy. That was, I don't know. Something about that made me feel uncomfortable.
Let me try that again. I did that like a big boy.
Still creepy. Eat, drink, smoke. That's the name of the show, in case you weren't aware. I'm Tony Katz, and that right there is everybody's favorite amateur big boy, Fingers Malloy. Still super creepy. This is the King of the World VSOP. Now, VSOP is a cognac term, very superior old pale. That's where you see that. I knew it as very special old pale. They just wanted to denote that this is something special. There's also a limited edition King of the World, which is done by Justo Aroa and Aladino Cigars. Justo is absolutely fantastic. I love what they do. I actually checked with him to see if this was his. This is not his.
Okay.
This is not what he does there, but there's a lot of tobacco that's grown by the Aroa family that's utilized in the Appointment there. I believe it's their Cameroon wrapper in the Appointment that's done by them. This is El Rey, R-E-Y, El Rey del Mundo, King of the World, the VSOP. This is just out. So this is a Sumatra wrapper. This is an Ecuadorian Sumatra 6x52, which means it's 6 inches long. Always makes Fingers Malloy laugh. And the ring gauge is a 52, the diameter of the cigar, or how thick it is around. Again, with the laughter. So a 64 ring gauge would be a full 1 inch around. Now, this is done with a band up top, a band at the bottom, and then this, they kind of wrap it in that thin cedar that you sometimes see. What's interesting is that all the bands came off at once.
Oh, for you.
Yeah, because I'm a professional.
Not for me.
And the band is beautiful. It's like a steel gray and gold with white. Like, I totally dig it. I also love this wrapper. This is a really getting into the blacks wrapper. There's a slightest bit of grit suede going on. Oil, nice. Maybe if I was a particular guy, I could say you could use a little more heft. But everything about the cigar is like, oh, that's luscious. That's rich right there.
Yeah, and we haven't gotten into the hand feel yet. It maybe a tad light.
Like that. Whatever that is, whatever you could do with the thinness between your thumb and your pointer finger, it's that.
Yeah. Other than that, no complaints. I lit mine up about 5 minutes ago, and a nice even burn right off the bat. And my goodness, this is one of those shows, Tony, where I feel like we are going to completely engulf the studio with smoke. The smoke coming off of this is incredible.
I approve this message. So I am just lighting mine. Fingers has lit his. You want to get your notebooks out. What did you eat today? What did you drink today? The first day in central Indiana where we haven't had any rain. And let me tell you, we're both near where the floods are. So if you've heard about the floods in Indiana, you're talking about areas to the north of us in Anderson and a place called Newcastle, to the east of us in a place called Cambridge City. A lot of the imagery you have seen is from a place called Carmel. And that is where the river broke through a bridge, a small bridge, but now it's starting to combine with a creek. The creek is now flowing backwards, and it's possible that it's going to get to the river again, and it's going to cause the river to reroute into this massive quarry that we have in Carmel. It's going to change the complexion of the area. Roads are going to have to be rerouted. This is bad. Sewer mains may break. So this is right where I live. And this is bad stuff. Now, we're dry here. We're safe. We didn't have the issues. Fingers, you didn't have, you're a little higher up.
Yeah.
You didn't have the issues. When we tell you, there are towns that you know Anderson very well. The idea that Anderson is going to be able to rebuild Anderson is one of those towns that was just starting to figure out how to build itself up, grow itself up. This is a place that had a General Motors plant, an automotive plant, right? It was a huge automotive town, and the plants went away. It's one of those kinds of towns and had to find a new way through. Cambridge City and Newcastle. Oh, you look at the streets of Cambridge City, and they are just littered 20 feet high with debris, furniture, everything else that got flooded out. So they've got it rough. Anderson, I am super concerned for.
Yeah, and there has been a lot of really fantastic coverage by citizen journalists, drone footage.
It has been so good. It's unbelievable. No news department in Indiana has beaten individuals on Facebook with drones and flying over these things and giving us views we never could have gotten before.
And the views are sobering. It's just terrible to see. And it's, when you're by a river, you can maybe expect some of this, but the footage, the aerial footage of this stuff throughout Indiana is just disheartening. So
this is the biggest flooding, the highest cresting of what's known as the White River in 113 years. There are places inside Indianapolis and then these other places, and the damage is very, very real. We're going to be doing some work to help out and fundraise. These are our neighbors for sure. But this is the first fully dry, non-humid day we've had in over a week, where the humidity was like 1,800% and the rains were beyond torrential. And you because all your gigs, you drove through that stuff.
Yeah, and it was terrible. And it got to the point last Sunday, I was driving and I thought, the forecasts were saying, okay, the rain's going to stop. I was driving Sunday morning. It was like, it's raining again.
Yeah.
It just felt like it was not going to stop raining. Just terrible.
Yeah, it's called a derecho, Derecho, and think of that as an inland hurricane. And that's what it is. It's these bands, and there's a great unpredictability, but you see the band, but you're not sure where the rains are going to pop up. Absolutely horrifying. But today is a good day, and hopefully things will continue to dry out. Get your notebooks, eat. What'd you eat? What'd you drink? The weather, because all has effect on palate, and then take the cigar, break it up into thirds. First third, second third, and final third. And then write down the flavors you get out of each third, no matter how weird, no matter how simple. And then when you try the cigar a month or 6 months from now, you're able to do that again and really kind of check your notes, get your through line, what you liked about the cigar here. This is the El Rey del Mundo King of the World VSOP, Ecuadorian Sumatra in the wrapper, Nicaraguan Habano in the binder, Nicaraguan and Dominican Habano in the filler.
Yeah, for me, just lit it about less than 10 minutes ago, getting some nice wood, maybe a little bit of leather. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it is. I've already smoked the cigar. I think this is an absolutely beautiful presentation, and El Rey del Mundo is starting to make their way onto my list of, oh, damn. Well, hello there. This is not overly rich. This is not overly sweet. This is not high spiced. There is a real movement of flavor happening here. And what Fingers is talking about, the leather and the wood, that's only the start of where this goes. We've got more on this cigar coming up. Keep it right here, guys. I am not a kitchen gadget guy, as opposed to Fingers Malloy, who loves a good gadget.
I own all the kitchen gadgets.
As a matter of fact, it's so many gadgets, when you walk into his kitchen, all you hear is
Actually, that is true, but I stopped buying kitchen gadgets after Billy Mays passed away.
Gone too soon.
Yes.
By the way, if you don't know that theme song, Miami Vice. Miami Vice. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz. Come on. Little respect. That's Fingers Malloy.
What do you want from me?
I wanted bigger laughs.
Oh, I'm
bigger
sorry.
is always better.
Then you should have said Manimal. Thank you.
That or Cop Rock. We are smoking the El Rey del Mundo King of the World VSOP. We're going to get into this cigar. I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on there, but I want to dig in deep. I want to meet these people. There's something outrageously fascinating happening with this group. But the kitchen gadgets, like, I don't even have an air fryer, except I bought an infrared outdoor oven, and it turns out it's kind of like an air fryer. I'm not proud of myself. And my oven has an air fryer feature. which is called being an oven. It is, dude. The air fryer is such bullcrap. It's not a thing. It's an oven.
You could say it's not a thing, but the Fingersboy Institute of Institutes for Institutes.
I love that place.
Did a study, and the air fryer industry, $27 billion a year.
$27 billion industry. That is true. So here are the kitchen gadgets according to tastingtable.com, where you don't need these kitchen gadgets anymore. Here's 12 of them. So here's where it starts. Slow cooker, which is what we call a crock pot, right?
I believe so.
On what planet do you not need a crock pot?
Apparently on Tasting Table's planet.
What you load it, you go about your day, and dinner's ready by the time you come home. Sounds great in theory, but in practice, there are issues. As in, you actually have to load the cooker with ingredients before you leave for the day.
Who has the time for that, ladies and gentlemen?
Did you write this article? Hold on. By Fred Decker. Is that your pen name? Is that your nom de plume? Nom de plume?
No, that's Max Power.
Nice. That's full Simpsons, ladies and gentlemen. Excellent. Also known as Mr. Plow. His battles with the Plow King are infamous. My oldest is now into The Simpsons. He's been binge watching every season. He's
really?
Like, does everyone know about this show? I'm like, yes.
Did you make him stop at season 13?
No, I did not.
Oh, you probably should.
What happens in season 13?
You didn't hear?
No.
They shoot JR.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, these things happen. Toaster. Now, they're talking about a sliced toaster here, right? Toaster oven, yes. It's a must.
See, I feel like a toaster oven is a complete waste of space on a kitchen counter.
Really?
Unless, okay, now granted, I have not purchased a toaster oven. I was gifted one when me and my lovely bride, Agnes, got married back in 2 years ago.
Right. And then after that, you had Agnes the second. And what's the name of your other kid?
Well, there's Agnes Jr.
Agnes Jr. I'm sorry.
And then Agnes the third.
Agnes the third. I got it wrong.
But at least now, I've not been in the market for a toaster oven for a while, but I feel like they're very small. Now maybe they're huge now, but I felt like, okay, you can fit 2 pieces of toast in there, but then you're not putting anything else in there, are you?
I know what to get you now for Christmas. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You can do some work. Basically, a toaster oven, and the reason I like the idea of a bigger toaster, I do not have a big toaster oven. When we moved into this house a decade ago,
that's crazy.
It's surreal, dude. I've been here for 12 years. I celebrated my 12th year on the air on WIBC in Indianapolis, my flagship. And people are like, what do you mean you've been here for 12 years? Yeah, a dozen years. So half the people are like, wow, that's amazing. We didn't know that much time had gone by. Congratulations. And the other half of the people, you're not really from Indiana. You're just a carpetbagger. You ain't from around here, are you? I have a very interesting mix of fans. We'll leave it at that. So we got a Hamilton Beach toaster oven, right? You could put a pan in there. Like you could cook some cookies in there if you chose, but it's a toast. Still have it.
Okay.
Still works. Hamilton Beach, I think we paid $23. Still works. It's unbelievable.
They do good work over there at Hamilton Beach.
Right. You know those people.
Yeah. We go way back.
I would love to get a much bigger one that could do full casseroles and everything else. And because for me, it's an extra oven. On my kitchen, the only thing a lot of things I can't do. We don't have a large house. It's more on the minimalist tip. So the kitchen is not able to do the second oven. We don't have one of those. We have the, stovetop oven thing. We do it as flex fuel, right? So the stovetop is gas and the oven is electric. You get a more consistent heat that way with electric. And it's the only thing I wish I had was some extra oven space. So that's why I like the toaster oven. I want to really be able to put things in there and utilize it as extra space.
I just feel like there's nothing. What do you put? For me, the kids used to put
Pop-Tarts.
pizza rolls in there. But other than that, maybe reheating pizza slices, I could see that. Even though the proper way to reheat pizza, of course, is in a skillet. But that's a other.
Yeah, he's right. He's right. It's really
fantastic. But listen, I will not die on this sword about the toaster oven the way that you do about the air fryer.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? Let your toaster oven flag fly.
Toaster oven has purpose. Air fryer is a lie and a fraud against humanity. Again, the list of kitchen appliances you don't need in 2026. Bread machine. Mostly accurate.
No.
When's the last time you used a bread machine, and why have you not, in all the years we've done this, brought me fresh bread?
Because I haven't purchased it yet. I've been doing my research now for about 7 months. I want to get the bread machine. I don't know if you've seen this, Tony. It's fantastic. It's for the person who says to themselves, I want to make fresh bread, but who has the time? So you pour the ingredients right in the bread maker. You don't mix anything up. You just throw everything in the bread maker, and then it's got a little mechanical spoon.
Like an auger.
An auger spoon. And it mixes everything up, and then the auger spoon just disappears into thin air. And 4 hours later, bam, fresh bread. I want that. That's what I want. Make your bread at home, because I don't know if you've read recently in the newspapers exactly how many ingredients there are in a loaf of bread nowadays. It's crazy. There's like 12. And so I want to pare that down. Maybe 4. 3 or 4.
So bread maker for you?
Yes, absolutely.
Have you been researching?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Have you picked one?
Yes. It's like $300.
Really?
Yeah, they're crazy.
Which one?
It's the Hamilton Beach.
Is it really? No, that would have been funny. That would have been great.
I can't remember the name of it.
Ninja doesn't make a bread maker? Admittedly, we don't have any deal with Ninja. We should. Ninja makes some great products. They really do. They make absolutely great products.
I'd buy a Ninja bread maker. I don't think they make one.
I don't know.
That's why I
also on this list, popcorn popper. Legit. You don't need a popcorn popper. You need a pot, avocado oil, kernels, make your own popcorn. Am I right or am I right?
You are 100% right. I have to say, coming here and occasionally enjoying the Cat's family recipe for popcorn has changed my life. I pop my own popcorn instead of, I used to be, I'd put it in the microwave.
Like a savage.
But it was easy because who has the time to make popcorn?
You make your own popcorn. You have no idea how much better it is if you make it on your own. And use avocado oil. You won't believe what's happening. Trust me on this. Eat, drink, smoke. It is your cigar, bourbon, foodie extravaganza. I'm Tony Katz. That right there is America's favorite amateur drinker. Fingers Malloy, that's a lot of smoke.
Yeah, it is.
That's a lot of smoke. We are smoking from El Rey del Mundo. This is the King of the World VSOP 6x52. This is that Sumatra wrapper right there. This is Nicaraguan Habano in the binder, and it's Nicaraguan and it's Nicaraguan and Dominican Habano in the filler. Is what we've got right there. This is on the King of the World right there. I got that right. Dominican Habano, Nicaraguan in the filler. This is from General Cigars.
Oh.
Just so you know. I mean, it's a large-scale company.
Yeah, it is.
Pretty big.
Okay.
Yes.
So we mentioned earlier this hour, we started getting into the flavor profile of the cigar. And I said that like there's a cedar, maybe some leather. I'm going to say something now. It's moving a little bit toward something that I'm worried. Maybe I shouldn't say this because you're going to probably think I'm crazy.
I might think you're crazy.
Dates?
Describe date, because that's a really interesting flavor.
It's like saying describe vanilla, you know.
But give me the
it's a fruit, but it's like that chew of a date. You get it. This is I'm terrible at this. I freely admit it. Describe dates. It's like describe cold. It's sweet, fruity, but like a dark fruit. It just to me. It's not like a cherry. It's not like it's difficult for me to explain. It's not like a fig. You know what I mean? But there's like a.
How about this? Work it the other way. Talk to me about sensations. Where do you feel it? Is it tongue? Is it palate? Is it back of throat? Is it
tongue?
Okay.
There's also a little bit of pepper starting to build in the back of my throat.
All right. I think that's absolutely accurate.
You're not getting any kind of fruit, like dark fruit, like
not dark fruit. No, I wouldn't say dark fruit. Date's really interesting. I don't know if I'm a guy who would say that. I think that if you argue there is a chew, if there is a very distinct flavor it's not necessarily herbal, but it's playing in more of a possibly sweet floral capacity. Am I close?
Yeah, I misspoke because I wanted to make sure
because I didn't want to have this conversation at all. No, what you misspoke.
Well, when you look up the flavor of dates, it's caramel, brown sugar, honey, and molasses, and that's not what I'm reading. It feels like to me it's like kind of a dark fruit, but it's not like a dark cherry or something. There's something else going on there, but it's very subtle. It's not something that hits you over the head. But I will say when it comes to the cigar, so far the notes that are there, none of them really hit you, right? I mean, there's the wood is there for me, the leather's there, but nothing.
But there is a brightness. What's happening on the tongue almost resembles the kind of bounce you get off of white pepper. That's not the flavor. The white pepper isn't there. It is richer. It is sweeter. It is more. It's. I was gonna say it's more subtle. It's just more blended. So there's this myriad of flavors that's happening at one time. There's also for me the slightest bit of, and where you want to talk about dark fruit, let's get into really deep cocoa dark chocolate.
Okay.
Start playing in that world when you get into the 80% and stuff like that. Is that what you're getting? Where fruit can sometimes match with chocolate, sometimes match with bitter, and you're getting that kind of flavor.
I feel like you've mentioned that before with coffee too, right?
Yeah.
Like a coffee bean where it's got that. That's interesting. It's very subtle, but it's something other than the leather, the wood. And I don't know why dates popped into my head, but that's what I was like, this is like a date. But then looking back, I was like, well, no, it's not caramel or brown sugar. It was like, it reminded me like a kind of a darker fruit. Maybe it's chocolate, but it's very subtle.
Yeah. This is the beauty. This is it. Trying to figure out what that is, because what I can tell you is that it is unlike the things that are spice bombs. It is unlike the things where you have a real leather forward sensation, which I happen to be a huge fan of. It is unlike things. It is not grass. It is not hay. There is something else happening here with these flavors. There's sometimes the concept of baking spice in a cigar, as opposed to spice that's white pepper, black pepper, red pepper, right? And baking spice is sometimes used as a bit of a catch-all when you can't figure out exactly where all the flavors are. Like sometimes a flavor will have a cookie kind of flavor, like a snickerdoodle flavor or a Christmas cookie kind of flavor, right? There's something specific that's happening.
Marzipan.
Well, that's just a terrible. Someone used that years ago in some review we read, and it has been something we have mocked ever since. Sorry, we're just not those people, but we do try and kind of figure out what it is. What I like about the cigar tremendously is that while there is this movement that is playing, and what is that? Is it fruit? Is it chocolate? Is it that? It's fundamentally different than other things where it's more baseline in its flavoring. It's moving, and there is still tobacco. So there's this through line of tobacco, and we talk about tobacco forward sometimes. There's this through line of tobacco, and all around it, these things are happening. And it's a beautiful, for the palate, it's such a different feel of a cigar, such a different flavor. It's to an extent, it's a treat. It really is. This is Honduran in terms of origin where they make it, but it's the Sumatra with the Nicaraguan. So, and Nicaraguan and Dominican. So maybe it's how they're using the Habano and the binder and the filler. Maybe it's just this Sumatra right here, and it's a level of aging. I can't answer for you. Is there anything in this that would give you the sensation? You talk about dates. How about grapes? How about a red grape?
That's interesting.
Not fruit punch. No, red grape, which also is a conversation of texture. and how that plays into it.
Yeah. I don't have an answer for you on that.
I hear you. Don't have an answer. I mean, we'll work our way through it.
How would you compare this to, you said the appointment that that we did last year?
Yeah.
Do you remember much about that cigar?
The appointment, which I'm telling you, the appointment Cameroon, right, is Honduran Cameroon seed wrapper, but it's Connecticut broadleaf in the binder, Nicaragua in the filler. So it's a much richer thing, although they will tell you that this is coming on to a full. This right here, the King of the World VSOP, is coming on to the full. And the answer is medium full.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'm waiting for it to build. I would have said medium.
Oh, you're dead inside. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you are slowly, your whole body's deteriorating.
That's true.
You don't feel that? You don't feel it tongue and cheek and
medium.
Wow.
But it's building. Like we're barely. I may be starting to creep into the second third of the cigar because I'm smoking it way too fast.
But it's a pleasure.
Yes, absolutely.
It's
no
solid.
Complaints.
Fingers Malloy, is it in your humidor for $10 a stick?
Stop it.
It's insane. It doesn't make any sense at all. I bought a box. You need some?
Yes.
I bought a box and I'm going to buy some more. Now, I can't tell anybody that this is a daily. The King of the World from El Rey del Mundo. This is their King of the World VSOP. They also have a limited edition LE one. Haven't done that one yet. I don't know if I could do this every day. But is this weekly in my rotation? Undoubtedly true. As a matter of fact, I want this with an espresso. I may do this over the weekend as a morning smoke.
And morning smoke?
Yeah, I may see where I get. I want it because I think I'm right on the chocolate. I think I'm right on the dark chocolate. I think I may have some if you want some. You want to try some?
It'll go straight to my thighs.
Your thighs look great, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I've been working out.
Everybody in the bathroom there in the middle school says so. Wow. Yeah. That was a little dark.
Got nothing.
A little dark like the chocolate. The El Rey del Mundo, the King of the World VSOP is what we're smoking. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz. That is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy. And if you need a copy of our book, Let's Go Bourbon, you can find that at garage sales near you.
Are you gonna share this story?
It's so great. It's so fantastic. We need to do news of the week, Fingers Malloy, and we'll get to that. But just a quick story.
Do we though?
Yeah. Oh. Everything is just so heavy. It's like, nah, we're not doing it. We're not doing any news of the week. Forget it. My wife is goes to a garage sale.
By the way, not named Agnes.
No. And goes to a garage sale, and sure, why not? There's a lot of garage sales that happen. You might find something interesting. I don't know. Maybe a kitchen gadget. Maybe someone's selling an air fryer. They realize they have no need for it because it's all just a shell game.
What they should do at a garage sale is plug in their air fryer and sell hot dogs to the town folk.
I'm telling you right now, the air fryer is nothing more than 3-card Monty in kitchen appliance form.
Sometimes I wonder if you just try to break my heart or if it just comes naturally to you.
The answer is yes. So she's at the garage sale and she's looking at the knickknacks and bric-a-brac, and she's a reader and kids are readers, and she comes across books on a table, and one of the books is Let's Go Bourbon. And Let's Go Bourbon was written by a couple of guys named Fingers Malloy and Tony Katz.
So I'm assuming the book was probably priced somewhere in the neighborhood of $45.
50 cents.
Ouch.
And she bought it. Now, I wanted her to ask, was it any good? I wanted that so badly. It hurts. And then, so here was the plan. I tell Fingers, I send him a photo. I'm like, my wife bought this for 50 cents. And he immediately goes, is it signed? Because we've done book signings. I'm like, no, it's not signed. And he's like, we need to sign it and give it back to them. So I'm like, this is genius. We need to sign this and give it back to them. We were going to go Saturday. We were going to show up first thing, be like, hey, we got this. My wife got this book here. Was it any good? It's a good book. And just first of all, see if they recognize us. And then because that ego exists. And then we were gonna like sign it for them and give it back to them. Such hubris. You didn't mean to sell this to us. Here, let's make sure you keep it for forever and pass it down to the generations. But we had the rains and the storms and the floods. We didn't get to go.
What would have been hilarious is if they would have thanked us and then put it back on the table for sale for $0.25.
Right. It went down in price from its 50-cent high. Copies of Let's Go Bourbon selling on Polymarket as we speak.
That would have been a risky proposition because you never know. They could have gotten it as a gift and really they weren't bourbon drinkers at all.
When you heard it, were you insulted?
No.
Yeah, me either.
Now, listen. It was our first book.
Yeah.
And it really, you can read it in about an hour.
It was meant for the bathroom.
Yes.
We actually call it a reader. We don't even call it a book. Now, Let's Go Barbecue. Let's Go BBQ. That's a book.
Yeah.
That's a book. And we've been working on our latest book for about 7 years now. just have not. Do you want? Can we finish now? Can we do Let's Go Grill?
Oh, is that what we're doing? I was working on a totally different book altogether.
I will hit you. Let's Go Grill.
Well, that would be nice to know. I've been working on Eat, Drink, Smoke presents the Teapot Dome Scandal.
Nice. That's excellent. He thinks it's about tea. No, I wasn't bothered by it at all. But what I'm hoping is somebody hears this who knows them, be like, you are not going to believe who bought your book. That's what I'm hoping for more than anything. Fingers Malloy, it's time for News of the Week.
This story is amazing. It's from the New York Post. You have a considerable portion of your life was spent living in California, wasn't it?
Well, 6 years. I don't know if that's considerable. It's like a prison sentence with better weather.
So you're familiar with Venice.
Oh, sure.
Well, apparently Venice Beach, there are fed up residents there. There's a terrible homeless problem in Venice Beach to the point where some residents got so desperate to clear out the homeless that they hired ex-gang members to take back their neighborhood. The story from the New York Post, like I said, fed up residents of an exclusive Venice Beach enclave had hired ex-gang members to do what the woke-addled, cash-strapped city can't: battle back against, quote, a war zone of homeless.
The woke-addled?
That's what the New York Post said, not Fingers Malloy.
Okay.
I report, you listen.
So they hired whom?
They hired ex-gang members. And a resident said, I don't know what we would do without them. Told the California Post of the former gangster enforcements. It's one of this gentleman is one of 250 disgruntled locals and a slew of businesses among the region's multi-million-dollar beachside homes who have been paying the unconventional Ghost Town Consultants firm monthly to curb the local chaos caused by massive, sprawling homeless encampments. And for those aren't familiar with what is going on out there, a good friend of ours a few years ago, Larry O'Connor, went out there and was in Southern California and filmed right in front of like a BMW dealership.
Yeah.
And it was it's just tent after tent after tent in front of businesses. And it's impossible to run a business when who's going to want to go into a business when you've got these tents and you've got people that may not be the most mentally stable, hassling people as they're going in and out. And so people have gotten so desperate in this area of Southern California, they hired ex-gang members to take care of the problem.
It should be understood. Two things have to be understood here. First, that's how terrible leadership is in California. It's just terrible. And we can point to a lot of other states and a lot of other cities in all sorts of ways where they're unwilling to deal with the problem and recognize that it is us or them, and we have to choose us. We have to choose us. There has to be a standard. There have to be rules. There's so nothing new to this. The minute you start talking about the story, it reminded me that, even in the U.S. Constitution, you can do letters of marque and reprisal. Well, letters of marque and reprisal are like, hey, I want to go to war with a country, but I don't want to declare war. So I'll hire some privateers, basically some ex-gang members, to go in there and handle this thing for me. And that is a constitutionally prescribed methodology. That's what it reminded me of. Yeah. Eventually, you got to actually handle the thing. And you can't handle it nice. You can't handle it good. And what the state will do is they'll come in and say, how dare you? And what these people won't do is they won't vote for somebody else. Yeah. They won't. That's the part that is so unbelievably frustrating. I don't care what your politics are. If the result is horror that you have to hire ex-gang members or anybody else to keep the streets safe, something's wrong. And what's wrong is the leadership. You're supposed to vote them out, not be so dependent on a political party.
I just can't imagine, and going back to your experience there, when you're paying the amount of taxes that residents pay in California, and you can't even call local authorities to say, look at our neighborhood, will you please do something about this? And they just turn a blind eye to all of it. It has to be just ridiculously frustrating.
But that's an understatement. Let's argue that it's ridiculously frustrating. What do you do after that? And what you're supposed to do after that is change your vote, change your position. Send a message. I'm not talking about changing your soul, but make sure people know that you're not happy. When do they start doing that? When does that happen? And this is the part that for a lot of people, they shake their head and boggles the minds. When do they want better for themselves? I have a hard time. I have a hard time feeling bad. I like the fact that they're doing something about what's happening, but you got to do more, much, much more. It starts with the vote. I am loving that we're going old school. We did old granddad last week, and this week you got me some wild turkey, and it's rye. Oh, so it's not that old school.
Oh, drat.
But it's rye. I love rye. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz, and that right there is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy. And this is the good people at Wild Turkey. That's the Campari Group. This is their rare breed rye. Barrel proof. This is what happens when you let Fingers do the shopping. Coming in at 112.2 proof. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? 56.1% alcohol by a volume. Got Jimmy Russell's signature on it. That's how you know it's fresh, ladies and gentlemen. 51% corn, according to the mash bill over at breakingbourbon.com. 51% corn, 51% rye, 37% corn, 12% malted barley. If it was 51% corn, it would be bourbon. And if it's not 51% corn, it can't be bourbon. So it's 51% rye. That's what makes it a rye whiskey. 37% corn, 12% malted barley. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. Kind of, it's a little bit orange. It's a little bit, maybe it's a little bit paler, but it's still a nice color overall. Can't say it's got a lot of viscosity. It doesn't really stick to the glass whatsoever. Holy, that nose is toasty.
Not a lot of rye spice on the nose. That's nice.
I got the toasted right off the bat. Like I got oak and for me, the first thing that I felt in there was actually a touch of char. Now it could be I'm way off base, but that was the first thing I got. That is delicious.
Are you getting some caramel and vanilla as well?
No, I am getting fruit though. I am getting like apple orchard in there. That's solid.
Yeah, the oak is there. But I will say something else. Okay, no.
There's like a little bug flying around me and it's freaking me out because it's going to try and get into the rye. And I'm like, I can't have that. I may have to burn down the whole studio.
Death by rye. That's a new one.
Wow.
But I have to ask you this. First of all, there's no, for being 112 proof, you're not getting any ethanol or alcohol on it.
No, not an ounce. Good point. Good point.
The other thing, too, is I feel like you've really got to get your nose in there.
Yeah. It's not wafting hard.
No. By the way, I don't think we've ever used that description before. Wafting hard.
Wafting hard.
That's another one for the lexicon.
That was the name of my country album.
Wow.
Tony the Kid, wafting hard.
Tony the Kid is your country name?
Tony Katz was way too Jewish for a country album. Are you allowed to say that anymore? Can anybody take a joke anymore? I'm going to get emails from rabbis and from country artists. Like, basically, the rabbis in Nashville could be very upset with me. Super upset.
I got nothing.
Right?
I don't think you're going to get any emails, except from Zach Weinstein, the country super sensation.
Right.
From Parts Unknown.
Rabbi Travis Goldberg is going to be very upset with me. Oh, we're going to get so many emails. Oh, my gosh. Send your emails to benshapiro@yahoo.com. You want to go in on this, Fingers Malloy? Enough sniffing? Let's drink? What?
I've been wanting to go in on this all day.
Oh, no. I'll do it right.
Okay.
Fingers Malloy, are you ready for this?
Tony, I've been ready for this all day.
Fingers Malloy is going to do what is known as the Kentucky Chew. That's moving the juice around the palate. Oh, my. Almost jumped out of his chair. Wow. His whole face. He does not. He might spit it out. I don't know what's going to happen. Oh, sure. Sure you are. You just took off your shoes to stretch. He's doing the Kentucky Chew, moving the juice around the palate, get a feel for the flavors. I'm a believer in doing the 2 sips methodology. The first sip to set the taste buds, the second sip to get a real idea of flavors. Are you all right?
Holy Toledo.
Did your eyes water?
Yeah.
Wow.
Black pepper.
What?
Black pepper. There's a spice there, and I don't know if it's rye or baking spice. There's some clove. The oak is there. But man, the first thing that hits your tongue is pepper and spice. And of course, a little bit of that 112 proof. But it
Do you need a moment?
Not much in the way of heat in the chest. I'll be very interested to see how this hits you.
Holy cow. Do you need to lay down?
Oh my gosh, that is something.
Do you need medical help?
No,
do you want
I
me to
don't.
call a gynecologist?
No,
what do you need?
I'm fine. I'm fine, but that's an experience.
Oh, gosh.
Listen, you are looking at me like I may have had an episode. It wasn't that. It was unexpected. Very nice.
The Wild Turkey Rare Breed Rye coming in at 112.2 proof. I'm going in. No fear, ladies and gentlemen. To your health.
He's going in, ladies and gentlemen, and he's doing the Saginaw Swish, the Memphis Munch, the Chattanooga Chomp.
Oh my God. Holy. I'm going in.
But it's not unpleasant. That's the thing. You're going through all of these things. Oh, he's putting it down.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, see?
It's the heat right now is top of chest.
Okay.
Like an ice pick. Yes! Oh, please, did you spit it out? He was taking a drink as I said that. If you spit it out, I win.
No, I didn't spit it out.
Oh,
Sorry.
my gosh.
There's no spit take.
Dang it!
Oh. Like an ice pick.
The pepper thing is real. The back of the throat is something else with real heat. But there is a lemon custard that takes it all. Like it's all over the place and these things are kind of hitting at you. Wow. Wow. And by the way, the spice that you're looking for, only because I read it, the guys at Breaking Bourbon had it. Nutmeg.
Okay.
You said baking spice.
Yeah.
Nutmeg.
Okay. They're much better
I'm
at this
sorry.
than I am.
Yes, that is painful. I think it's going to be amazing on a cube. That's really good.
Okay. for me, you're the rye guy here.
I don't know. That's nothing like a rye I've ever had.
Right. But for me, this may make the list at the end of the year.
That's crazy.
It nearly made me hop out of my chair.
That is that was no joke. That was very, very, very hard. That was wafting hard. That was yes. The first single from my album, Wafting Hard, Ice Pick. That was remarkable. Like, that has great flavor, and the fit now, it's like I still have the lemon custard cream kind of thing going on. Oh, that's interesting. We'll have more on this. Sometimes there's a headline that's meant to outrage, and there's no outrage to it. I mean, like they think they're trying to tell you something when the truth is they're not telling you anything. I mean, I get it. They gotta fill the column inches. They gotta get subscribers. They gotta, in the old days, sell the papers, even though nobody buys papers anymore. You know that, right?
Yeah, it was in all the papers.
Yeah, that's well done. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz. That is Fingers Malloy. Find everything at eatdrinksmokeshow.com. If you would, get the podcast wherever it is you get your podcast. On Instagram, Eat, Drink, Smoke Podcast. Man, we've been putting up the reels there, and you guys have been responding. Really, really appreciate it. The YouTube channel, go to Eat, Drink, Smoke, and of course, eatdrinksmokeshow.com. This was the New York Post headline. The dinner manager. 82% of families have one parent calling the shots. And what's the story? The story is that a survey of 2,000 parents of school-age children found that 82% of families have a default dining manager who handles meal planning, shopping, and cooking. What? How is that even a story? Why is that a big deal?
Okay. Couple of things.
Right.
One, in 2026, I've said for a long time, Tony, and
I'm going to hit you. Go ahead.
Why would you hit me?
Because you're about to need it.
Why?
You heard me.
I was about to break this story down.
Hey, go ahead. I'm listening.
I've said for years that men are from Mars and women are from Venus.
Ain't that the truth, sister?
But in 2026, you're seeing more and more of the household duties split up evenly. So the idea that 82% of households just have one parent taking care of all of it, I think is a story worth writing to get clicks.
Correct. Correct. You know what? I'm sorry I doubted you. I am. I should know you well enough to know that you would bring it all the way around. Well done. This story is who wrote this story? Olivia Zerwin. Olivia, I'm sure you're a lovely person. Truly, this is a stupid story. Now, you can give me your thoughts on why it's a stupid story. I'll give you mine.
Well, a couple of things. I don't know if you have read it in the papers, but a lot of people are on the GLP ones. Right. And one of the fascinating things, clearly, by the way, if you're seeing us on YouTube and find Eat, Drink, Smoke on YouTube to see all of our videos, like you mentioned earlier, I am not on a GLP-1. You could tell by looking at me. I'm a little chunky.
Is that right?
Yeah. But here's the one thing that I've noticed from talking to several people who are on some sort of GLP-1. They've really, I don't want to say lost a passion for food, but food has gone way down on the priority list.
Right.
Where if, say, for instance, they were one of the 82% that were in charge of all the food, they find themselves struggling with if they were, say, in charge of making dinner because they aren't as hungry, they aren't eating as much. It's a little bit more of a chore because food is not front and center in their life like maybe it was 5-10 years ago. So they aren't in the mood to grocery shop. Maybe they weren't before, but they really aren't now. They aren't into cooking dinner necessarily like they were because they're not really all that hungry. Mm-hmm. I'm really trying to figure out why this could be a story, but maybe there are people out there that are going through these things where they're like, I'm not into food. So the other person has to do it or share the duties.
The point that I make to you is that I don't care who's doing it. I am only wondering why more people aren't actually meal planning and eating at home. The issue here is the amount of people, when we take a look at total families, who are still door dashing every night or Grubhubbing, spending those fees, it's certifiable, and not cooking their own food. I'm just thankful that someone's actually planning a meal. Do I care who it is, whether it's mom or whether it's dad? Makes no difference. You want to tell me that somehow there's not old-fashioned gender roles that still don't exist? Of course there are. It's not a bad thing. It's not one person decides the meals. Okay, great. Isn't that a division of labor? You handle these parts of it and I'll handle these parts of it, and together we'll do these parts of it. And that way this home runs efficiently. It is a business. It has to be run.
It's the way it should be. It's not always the case.
Why do I get the feeling that the objective of this article is to make it somehow seem like it's degrading that one person does this?
I would find it very hard to believe that some sort of media outlet would have some sort of agenda, Tony.
The mental load can be difficult to share. 69% said it's often easier to handle meal planning and preparation themselves than to delegate it to someone else. Okay, yeah, I get that. The thing you're supposed to do in all meal prep when you have a family is not ask your kids what they want. Who cares what they want? This is what we made. This is what we've got. This is dinner. Dinner is not what you want, chicken fingers, every day for the rest of your life. Dinner is we make things. Sometimes it's very simple things. Sometimes it's complex things. Every now and again, it's cereal, right? Everyone's just tired and you just want it easy. What's wrong with that?
Call that fend for yourself night.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Try not to die.
There's nothing wrong with that. Let's take the affordability question off the table for a second, okay? And let's just strictly talk about buying your own groceries and cooking at home. It has never been easier to get groceries.
Yes.
The idea that you don't have time for groceries, you don't like listen, I get some people not liking grocery shopping. I actually enjoy grocery shopping. I don't enjoy doing it at 5:30 on a weekday when the place is packed. You find a time when you know the place is dead. But you can sit on your computer now and order it and just drive up and they will put the groceries in your trunk. And it's not in depending on how much you spend and what grocery store you go to, the service is free. It's not like you're spending $25 in fees for someone to shop for you if you go pick up the stuff. So it's easy to grocery shop. Now, I know you're not a big fan of that because you don't like people handling your produce.
Correct. Only me and my wife are touching my tomatoes.
There it is. But I'm a fan of it because who eats produce?
You're just. Oh, how are you still alive?
You don't want to know what I had today.
Oh, do you want to play? We don't have time right now, but we can play if you want to play.
Oh, it's bad.
All right, maybe we'll get to it later. Maybe we'll give you a reprieve. But no, this article is I felt like it was trying to send me in a direction. Parents reported spending an average of 37 minutes per day on deciding what to make and creating the grocery list before they've touched a single ingredient.
What? 37 minutes just planning?
For just the day. You know what? Maybe we as a society are broken. Maybe it's over.
Who are they surveying?
I don't know. But I didn't get a call. No one called. If they had called me, I would have hung up immediately and said, I don't want to be a part of this.
I mean, how much time does it take to plan a meal for your air fryer?
God, you're the worst. You think these people own an air fryer?
3.
Yeah, probably. Eat, drink, smoke. It is your cigar, bourbon, foodie extravaganza. I'm Tony Katz. That right there is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy. This cigar. El Rey del Mundo, the king of the world of VSOP, very superior old pale. That's a terminology usually utilized with cognac. And here we have it with this cigar. It's a wonderful representation. It is a great smoke. Ecuadorian Sumatra in the wrapper. It's a Nicaraguan Habano binder. It's Nicaraguan along with a Dominican-grown Habano in the filler. And the flavor it's got sweetness, but it's not sweet. It's got richness, but it's not overly rich. It has a little bit of tobacco coming through. And we talk about it, you talked about date. We talked about concepts of fruit, this movement that was happening. I still argue that this chocolate thing that I'm referring to, which can connect to berry and coffee and things like that, that's what we're getting. And you had some time. We took a break in the middle. I had some work to do, and you're like, I'm just going to enjoy this beautiful weather. Finally, good weather in central Indiana, where we've been dealing with the floods, and it's been really, really, really bad. If you find us, of course, at eatdrinksmokeshow.com, we've got the link that our flagship station, WIBC, they're part of a big fundraising effort through the American Red Cross and helping people. So if you want to give, if you can give, we greatly appreciate it. A lot of people are going to be without houses. Businesses are going to be gone. The rebuild is going to be rough. The floods, it's the first time, Fingers, that I can say, and you and I are both in this world, right? And we both know that when there's a act of nature, right? There's a weather incident, all the outlets, they play it up, right? They ham it up. They want you to pay attention. They want you to be listening to what it is they do. And I'm here to tell you that this is the first time ever, or in my career, we're underplaying it. I think we are underplaying the amount of damage that has been done.
Yeah. And, we talked about it earlier. It feels like the amount of coverage from citizen journalists has given us a little bit more perspective than what we've been seeing locally. And I got to tell you, I've got several friends around the country. It's not really being reported on nationally as much as I would have thought it should be reported just by, you look at the damage, the devastation, the amount of property damage, people losing their homes. You would think it would be reported a little bit more nationally than it has been, at least according to my friends. But you're right. It does feel like at least local media, and they've been doing a good job, but I don't think it's such a huge disaster that it does feel like it's almost underreported in a way, if that makes sense.
But it is. Now, do me a favor. Yes. Keep talking. The light behind you went on. It's driving me crazy.
Oh, what is so?
The studio light went on. It should have gone on.
We have random gremlins in the Eat, Drink, Smoke studio once in a while, and once again, this blue light. I don't know what is going on.
I don't know.
But apparently there's a sale on toaster ovens because the blue light went on.
As long as it's a blue light, not a black light, nobody needs to see that.
Wow.
Is what they need. The cigar is beautiful, $10 a stick. It is just, it's the El Rey del Mundo. It is the King of the World VSOP. There's also a limited edition one that's done by Justo Aroa, which is Aladino. This thing is beautiful.
And by the way, we talked about it earlier. Medium full. I said, geez, it feels more like medium to me. It is moving toward medium full for me as I'm into the final third of the cigar. But I would hesitate just because if I'm going to start off with a cigar in the morning, I usually like to have a Connecticut. Mm-hmm. But it was interesting that you said that you could start off the day with
I want to try it. I want to try it with the coffee, a black coffee and an espresso, and see how it pairs and see if I'm right about some of that flavor. Is it in the coffee bean? By the way, I said $10. They say the MSRP is $10.99, so $11.
Oh, forget it!
Right now you're out.
Yeah, but my goodness, the smoke, it's crazy.
It's different. That is not bad. That is wonderful. This is a nice palate expander of a cigar, and it's just absolutely beautifully done. And the first thing Fingers said, and I had tried this over the weekend with a friend. We were watching some UFC fights. I gave it to him, and the first thing he said is the first thing you said. This draw is amazing.
Yeah.
The draw is amazing. Have not had a single issue with it. And we have it paired with a just absolutely brutal rye. This is the Wild Turkey Rare Breed Barrel Proof coming in at 112.2 proof, which Fingers Malloy gives much applause to.
Oh, I didn't know we did that.
Yeah, we do it with the rice too. Yeah. All right. Also, anything that is over 100 proof gets applause from Fingers Malloy. It was strong as a mother. Strong as a mother. And I'm looking forward to this being on a rock and seeing where this goes. You're adding a little bit of water to yours. There was a lot of lemon custard with this. There was a creaminess. There was a lemon. And then there was this crazed spice punching you. I said the heat was in the upper chest like an ice pick. Like it was just intense. Fingers almost fell out of his chair. Strong?
I hesitate to say that because people are going to gravitate towards a strong, meaning we're talking about the proof. And that wasn't it at all to me. It was much more of that pepper, that spice. There for me, I'm getting a little bit of the oak that you mentioned, also kind of a vanilla caramel. I'm not getting the lemon that you're talking about.
Oh, really?
No. But listen, for me, a lot of it packs a punch with that pepper and spice. So maybe it's a little clouded for me.
Oh, this could very well end up on a list.
Yeah.
Just like the Bookers from last week, the milkshake batch, I know is going to be on a list.
Yeah.
This could oddly end up on a list from Wild Turkey. I'm going in. I've got a cube right here. So cube, right? It's water. Water brings down proof. That's what it does. Some flavors more pronounced, some flavors more muted. You got to try it in all the ways. Fingers has a little bit of water in his. Here I go.
He's going back in, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if he has the same reaction as he did before. Yeah.
Damn!
He's happy.
Oh my gosh. That's it. We're done. Wasn't even a big rock, wasn't a sphere. It was just a cube from the refrigerator. Excuse me.
Oh, going back in the 2-sip methodology.
Oh, this is it. This is, there's a little bit of heat there on the throat. Yeah. Yep. Ice pick. Yeah.
That's very Andrew Dice Clay, by the way.
That is that's a real heat center chest now. That's the back porch and fall. Like that's a real heat you got to get used to. Real. That flavor is tremendous.
Did you get any clove on this?
That's a really good question. I think I'm being clouded out by the cigar.
Okay.
Right? I won't disagree. I just think that that would be more power of suggestion for me than anything else.
Clove.
I love clove. Go ahead, Fingers. Add a little bit of water to yours. Go in there right there. Oh, he took the sip like a man. Oh, man, that hits like 20 tons of bricks in the chest.
Yeah.
Oh, take a Tums first.
Okay, I'm going to go back in.
Oh, you're going back. You're doing two? You're doing 2 sips. No, you're not. No. Oh, my gosh. He did the whole thing. Fingers.
Okay.
How? Your eyes are watering. You're trying to hold it in.
No, I'm fine. Absolutely fine. Here's the thing that I noticed from when you go from doing the Kentucky Chew and say, you know what? I'm just going to throw the whole thing back. There's a little bit of citrus on the finish.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, there's a little bit of citrus. And wait a minute, blood. I think there's a little bit of blood on the finish as well.
I'm telling you, I still have the heat all the way down.
That's so good.
Oh,
I'm calling it right now. I'm calling my shot. This is on the list.
yeah. I'm like a dragon from Game of Thrones. It is fire.
Is that a musical?
Yes. Starring a young Gregory Hines.
Too soon.
Is it? Miss that, dude. This is really good. This is heat from a rye I have not gotten before. But there's so much good, and the heat's just like how long is this going to last? And so far, 5 minutes. Oh, holy mackerel!
Feeling it down in my gums.
You didn't mean gums.
I said gums.
I know
because it's
said.
A radio show. Yeah. Woo, Nelson.
Yeah, that's
wonderful.
Honestly, how much is this? Well, we'll get to that in just a moment. Find everything we do at eatdrinksmokeshow.com. Get the podcast wherever it is you get your podcast. Download, subscribe, do it all. Of all the things I think of doing in the nude, going out to dinner has never been one of those things.
Maybe just dessert.
But why do I have to go out?
Exactly.
Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz. That right there is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy. And it was this story over there at of all places, Fox News. about a steakhouse in Hollywood, Florida, at the Class Soiree Steakhouse. That's the name of the steakhouse, Fingers.
Okay.
Right?
There's a fine line between Class Soiree Steakhouse and Classy Soiree Strip Club.
Right. They call it Class Soiree because Texas Roadhouse was already taken. And on Mondays, the first Monday of every month, it is the nude dining experience. And they just started this. They were expecting around 20 customers. It will cost you a couple $100. Tickets are $250 for men, $150 for women, and $300 for couples. That's sexist.
It's also good business.
Yes.
Unless you want a room full of men.
You were a bartender back in the day, and was cover free for chicks and $5 for guys?
Every night was ladies' night.
Well, that was your after parties.
That's true. But we didn't have a cover at our bar.
Oh, no?
We were just happy people showed up.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
You should have had the nude night.
No, we really shouldn't have. I really don't need to see a bunch of angry 20-somethings, at least back then, loading up the jukebox full of Alanis Morissette and singing and jumping at the top of their lungs.
There's also a hostess at the events who is there setting the comfort level. Toshiba Hart explained her role. Quote, once you walk through the door, I'll most likely be nude. No clothes on. So when you come in, you do feel more comfortable.
I couldn't help but notice in this Fox News piece, there is no photo of Toshiba.
Have you searched her?
Don't even know her.
No. Have you done an internet search?
No, I've not.
Well.
Should I?
You're the only one. Because that's the test. And I'm assuming that when you Google photos of this woman, they're all AI.
Oh.
And what? That's the marketing. You Google the Sheba Hart, who's not a real person, and the next thing you know, you come up with all these visuals. You're like, I'm definitely getting a steak over there.
Oh, I just did. And for some reason, Toshiba is asking for my social security number.
What?
Wow. Okay.
That can't be.
4923. Oh, I better not say that out loud.
Yeah, I don't think that was your social security number as much as it was your PIN number. Look, everybody needs to have a gimmick. If this works, it works. It just seems like whatever you do, don't order the soup.
That's very good advice. Here's something I don't understand.
One thing?
One of the many things I don't understand about this piece. Let's set aside the fact that you're going out in public doing this. I don't understand why you would want to have any meal naked.
I don't understand it either.
What kind of... Listen, we don't judge here at Eat, Drink, Smoke.
Yes, we do.
You be you.
Nope.
You do you.
Have standards.
What would make you think to yourself, you know what I'm going to do tonight? I am going to get my best frozen pizza, and I'm going to throw it in the air fryer, and then I'm going to take off all of my clothes.
How do you show up? Do you is there a changing area? Do you show up just in a jacket?
So
where do you put your wallet? I have questions. I have so many questions.
Oh, you use Apple Pay. You just carry your
phone?
You just carry your phone in there. But how can you carry your phone in there? Because I don't know if you've noticed lately, phones have cameras. And I would think that they would want to make sure that people are not taking photos inside of this establishment while people are dining, enjoying their fine dining experience.
I think this business can do whatever they want, and I assume that the server or the hostess is a real person, and I wish her well. I'm sure she's lovely. I am starting to take from this that these people have not thought this through all the way.
Are you sure? It sounds like they have.
Maybe they have. Maybe they've got it.
Should you be nude and handle cutlery?
Like nude cooking is a terrible idea. Nude eating is an equally bad idea.
I can't remember where I saw it, and maybe it was a certain bars or stuff where they were struggling to lure female patrons in, where you had this kind of price differential between male versus female. I'm surprised women don't eat for free. Are you telling me women are just like, it's one thing if it's a couple, you know, and they bring their pineapple with them, whatever.
No. Nudists are different than swingers. You can't compare the two. I once, when in my days in Florida, when I had a small business there and I wasn't in radio, we did an event at a nudist colony. Yeah, we did, and there it all was. It was all there.
Yeah.
As you were standing on the buffet line.
And where were the wallets and the purses?
I didn't ask any questions. I only said good on them, and I minded my own business.
By the way, you and I have been doing radio for a long time.
9 million years.
Has there ever been an occasion where you took up for the nudists?
On
the air?
Just now. I think this has been it.
First time.
I just want you to know, I'm with you. I'm with you. Nude eating makes no sense. I have another question about the restaurant. Talk to me about how you clean the chairs.
Oh, no.
Are they fabric?
I think they put a towelette over the chair.
Is that what they do?
That's my theory.
Well,
I have another question to ask.
Sure.
What about the staff?
The staff, they can do this because the staff is clothed. The staff wears clothing, and therefore it doesn't violate the obscenity laws. They are fine.
Okay, but
somehow the hostess is going to be all in the ooh la la.
That's where I was going to go with it. So the hostess, it's okay to be naked.
Yeah, seems to be.
But
allegedly.
But your busboy, he is fully clothed.
Correct.
Okay,
and we're all appreciative.
I would like to know. No, I don't think I want to know.
Oh, now you need to know.
Who came up with the proper laws to cover all of these scenarios? And does this restaurant have a frequently asked questions page on their website?
It's changing as we speak. The Rare Breed is what we are drinking here. The Wild Turkey Rare Breed, Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey, coming in at 112.2 proof. Fingers Malloy, this is one heck of a bottle. The hit is hard, but the flavor is luscious, and then it hits harder. But not the ethanol, just the heat. No. What is this, a bottle?
So I paid a little over $50 for that bottle.
Oh, that's a yes.
Yeah.
That's a yes right there. And this from El Rey del Mundo, this is the King of the World VSOP cigar, 6x52 with the Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper, $10.99 a stick. All day, buy the box. Buy the box, Fingers Malloy.
Yes, and smoke it fully clothed. Just a little tip from me to you.
Have you ever done naked smoking?
No.
Have you ever done shirtless smoking?
No.
Yeah, me either.
No.
That seems insane.
The amount of times I have ruined a shirt because an ash has landed on it. Yes, an ember, excuse me, and burned a hole in a very expensive Harley t-shirt.
Dude, Harley Davidson t-shirts are probably very expensive these days.
They are. Ruined my day. And think of it, instead of hitting your shirt, your belly. Who needs that?
No one. Thank you for saving us from ourselves. Naked's good in the right place. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke.